The Food Channel 347. You're hallucinating state of nations today. Um, yeah, I kind of get like that sometimes. Um, mm. But what I wanted to, well, apart from the setting, which is, um, it's not what I don't know where it's where you think it is. I'm not sure. Maybe it doesn't matter tonight. But um, it was just the nature of 2 out of 3 and a smell for something to come. In that, I would have had 3 things tonight that would have made me. Oh yeah, I should say something, right? Um, there's going to be a bit of a hiss, right? So I probably need to come in more than I think I do. One is because I've got the generator on in the background, and I know there's an already hiss, but I think that adds to it. So we got kind of sound issues, right? I know that. So I should probably lean in more, but I'm not in a leaning mood. So I'm going back down for a bit. That's way better. Anyway, 2 out of 3. I would have had a party tonight, and I kind of put it off because I'm on a 2 out of 3, and what does anyone want than 2 out of 3? Mm. And it's kind of I've got everything I need except for the fire, which would mean I'd have to go up the hill and get some coal. But I'm gonna go there now. No, it's not that one. But I would have had a fire tonight. But we're gonna do it tomorrow night because I'm still like in the position where I can have 3 out of 3. Nearly. I think. Well, if not, I can make up. So anyway, so in a smell, it was the one thing that I was coming up with was a smell about something. It was about having the smell of something, and it's nothing more than this and that. Today, right, I got the distinct smell of a winter arriving, kind of like in front of what it should do normally. Like I'm getting really wintry. I just have the one. I have the smell of it coming, and it's only one smell. I got it today. It's only one smell, and I got it today. And it was like this is how I work, right? Because it's about smell. This one, and it's like it's the first one I've had, right? A smell doesn't become anything more than a smell until there's another smell, right? That comes along on the back of the first one quite quickly, and then says, "I'm another smell." I'm saying the same thing, and then there's another one after that, and maybe 2 or 3, and you get to the place where the first smell was the same as the last one, and now it's fucking freezing. I wouldn't have come in. And that's how long it takes. It takes a while, and this is the first one. If one follows quite quickly, I'm probably into one. I could be kind of on the, but not yet. It's just that this is nowhere land. One. Anyway, that's the one. So I'm just, and this is this, and that was it. You see, one. I had one. And which would have meant I would have, if I could have. And that's another story. Got some coal, which I didn't. So I haven't. I've got 2 out of 3. And honestly, you don't need any more, especially when tomorrow. Oops, especially when tomorrow I can do all 3 anymore. As long as I do all 3 tomorrow, I can do it. And we can have what we set out. What we can have that 3 out of 3 because I'm still in a position where I've got 2 out of 3, and I might be there. Anyway, what I was going to do, rather than getting, it's the smell I get. It happens with everything. It's just a smell. So instead of doing that, I'm going to tell you a story about. Um, I'm going to tell you a story about something that happened to me, because there was something about that story that I couldn't sort out. Oh, it was songs. That was it. Songs. Well, look, listen. Because quite quickly after that, I had some songs come up, and one of them was, and this was the reason we'll get it in a second. One of them was, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die." It was a bluesy number. It's quite bluesy. "Oh my God, I'm gonna die." And then there were 2 others that came on the back of it, which is the reason I can't remember what they were, but they went on the back of it. And so because I couldn't remember, I thought I'm going to tell you a story instead. And that's it. And the story it's about 2 dogs, like 2 dogs, yeah. And well, it was back. I don't know if you've been listening to me at all, but there's a backstory on this one. But it was a guy I met who I described of as like we circled around each other like satellites, or like for about 2 or 3 years, and ended up finding out we had the same birthday exactly. And then in the last year that I knew him, because I haven't seen him for years now. In the last year that I knew him, he got 2 dogs, and this is where I got to do my back checks on the. They were a cross between 3 breeds of I'm only there were 3 breeds of beast, right? They were just 3 different breeds of beast, right? And I know one of them, but I'm no point in telling you until I got all 3. There's no point telling you that until I got all 3, and I haven't got all 3, which is another reason. Anyway, this is the backstory to them, because when I got to know them as puppies, they were twins, chalk and fucking cheese, and they were just fucking incredible. And I used to take them for walks up the hill to the top of a hill called Telegraph Hill. And I know I'm leaning in because I want you. I just want the audio. I'm not sure about the audio. To the top of Telegraph Hill. So we used to cross the main road, New Cross Road, probably in Clapham. And the High Street, right in the centre of the High Street. We crossed the road on the lead. I was taking on the lead, right, to the other side of the road, where there was a left turn that went right up way to the top of the hill. About a mile away. At which point I used to set them off for the lead because there was no traffic to do. And I was training them to hear my voice only, so that we could go all the way without no problems, with no one, to the top of the hill, off the lead, and to the part where they could fucking do a blitz, right? Whatever they want, I don't know. And so this was when we first started doing that. And they were little puppies, right? And they kind of like, so I used to sit them off the lead with the bottom. And I remember, it was like the first, if not the second time off they fucking went. Crazy fucking things. Into the estate. I'd never been into that estate. Screamed in there. And I went, oh my God, they're gone. And then they used to They used to turn on and within a few minutes they'd be back. And I get to the first junction and I'd say, okay, right, sit, right, before we cross this fucking road, by me until I say, right, let's go. Long story, right, because it wasn't on the first day, but we kind of like did quite a few, we weren't talking months, maybe two, to the top of the hill, right, where the last road before you get into the park. And and this was the day that we got there right, no problems, not one problem. They were fucking with me all the way up the hill. And one of them sat beside me, and the other one went into the middle of the road and sat down and stared at me. And I went, no, 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 come on, I've done it, we've done it, we've done it, we've done it. And he then went and picked up between his teeth, right, a dead leaf, red it was in colour, and came round the back of me and planted it in between my legs, and then walked back round and sat in the middle of the road again and stared at me. And I'm going, okay, I'm thanking you for that. I'm sorry that I didn't hear you, but I kind of let you know. Let's fucking go into the park. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Uh, well, that's why I'm coming out of that one now, because that goes on, but I'm not doing no more than that. But it's just that point. And it was like the day, well, I should have been listening, but obviously I hadn't heard them because they'd been telling me all along, but I hadn't been listening because I wasn't trusting them yet. And then we decided to kind of, pull one on it, and then I got it. So I needed a fucking lesson, and I went, okay, so I was right. I got a lesson. Every time it was poetic. It was pure poetry. One that I hadn't heard before that. It was too tough. And there's another story that goes on the back of that, which was like, well, all I'm saying is, I get a smell thing. And my smell works by having found things out which I never knew previously. I hadn't known until then that animals talk to you. Only were you brought to see. We're talking. Are you listening? And so, smells. It's about winter coming. But, it's only your first one, so, nothing more than that. And I feel songs that this is where dog story comes in. It's just a moment of magic, because, you do get them from time to time. And this was working better earlier. It needed to be a bit brighter, really. Keep tight. I'm sure the dogs don't bark.